Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Middle Management Gamer Plays. We are playing Diablo 4, and I figured I would just kind of give a layman's build on my character. I know there's tons and tons of experts out there, and you could go look up a build and basically build from scratch and have a super tanky character. Hey, Brownie. Um, I've tried to avoid looking at other players' builds. So basically, this is just for the lay people out there. Maybe you've never played Diablo, or maybe you just don't have the time to farm the super equipment that some of those builds require. So this is my character, Tomasina. I am basically a meteor firewall build. Pyro Sorcerer. Um, I guess from what I have seen, it's one of the weaker builds you can go through, but I'm having fun with it. I'm doing pretty good. I am at level 59. I'm about, I don't know, 3,000 experience points away from the next prestige. So let's go over what we got going here. So we'll go over abilities first. I'm going to show you my equipment, skill tree. Just put a point or two in Firebolt. That's my primary attack. Gets people burning. And this pierces through, so if I'm fighting in a crowd, I can hit the people in the back. And this generates mana when hitting a burning enemy. Everybody will be burning, so got to keep your resources high. I had to put some points in this skill tree. This is the core tree. I did have Fireball as one of my primaries. I started out with a combustion build. I'll show you, how that was supposed to work when I get there, but it was broken, so I had to give up on that build. So basically, I have a piece of equipment giving me 2 in Fireball right now. I put a point in Devastation to give me extra mana, and 3 points in Potent Warding to give me extra resistance. As you get higher in levels, your resistance gets lower, so anything you can do to kind of boost your resistance will help in fighting some of the elite enemies that are going to come up. And you have to put a certain amount of points in each area to move the meter along. I have a point in Teleport, which is basically just my oh crap button in case I need to use it. And that gives me some damage reduction for just a short period of time after I teleport. Again, just for oh crap purposes. Hydra. I have 5 points in Hydra. This is my primary damage dealer for when I'm dealing with mobs. Just drop a couple of these out. Each one of my Hydras gets an extra head, so they shoot more balls of fire. And they burn for an additional 12. You want to keep everybody burning. Burning is awesome. And then on top of that, I have Conjuration Mastery. So for every Conjuration I have on the field, I do increased damage. So I have 4 points in that, so I'm getting 4% extra increased damage for each Conjuration. So my Hydra gives me an extra 4% damage, which is a nice little boost. Not really necessary, but helpful. Meteor is my primary damage dealer. Lucky hit chance 44%, so whenever I do a lucky hit, I do an extra meteor chance falling on people, 8% chance of that. Enhanced meteor, so if it hits 3 or more, there's a chance another meteor will fall. That's always great. And then meteor impact immobilized enemies for 2.15 seconds. So immobilization is important for some of the equipment I have to do extra damage. Inner Flames, this gives me extra 9% damage while I'm healthy. When I'm using fire, this gives me 30% increased critical strike against people who are burning. And then if they're immobilized, it's plus 75% critical strike damage. So doing extra damage when things are on fire and not moving. This immobilizes people. This makes them take more critical strike damage. And then this bad boy right here, 15% chance I'll immobilize people when I hit them with fire. And if I'm healthy, which means over 80% health, it'll double it. And then Flame Wall. This bad boy right here drops some flame walls down, damage people large amounts of damage over a period of time. This right here means that enemies take increased damage while I'm standing in the flame wall, and since I'm normally right in the middle of the battle, I will be standing in the flame wall, so extra damage there, and this increases my mana regeneration while I have an active firewall. Over here we have Inferno. This is my ultimate fire skill. While it's going on, I can spam whatever attack I want. So typically I'll be dropping firewalls and meteors. Also, it has a vacuum pull on it, so it'll pull all the enemies to the central location of it, so I can drop the meteors on top of them. So that's the pull there, the Inferno pull, and that makes it so you can spam the whatever. Also, the serpent itself does extra damage, so it catches people on fire. Awesome. Alright, then we got Warmth. Every second, I heal 0.9% of my maximum life for every enemy nearby that's burning. So that allows me to jump in the middle of a mob, keep my health up while damaging all around me. This right here, increase burning damage for every second something's burning, so keep everything burning. Fiery Surge, manage regeneration based on enemies that are burning and then die. So, and then right here, Isu's Ferocity, critical strike damage is 25 against people with life above 50%. Critical strike chance against people who are below. So this allows you to kind of execute people who are halfway dead and do extra damage against people who are full strength, so you can get them to the halfway dead. Every time you kill somebody, you get the bonus in both directions for 3 seconds against everybody, so that's kind of cool. I said earlier I was originally started with a combustion build. This was broken. It wasn't applying the damage, but basically I had 4 or 5 different skills that would all light people on fire, so it would stack the bonus damage. I still don't think it worked 100%, but they're saying it does. Even when you have it selected, it says not yet learned. So, and then the Paragon board. Once you reach level 50, you get this kind of further set up your character. But I have this glitch here, which gives me 10% extra damage to burning enemies, and then 10% increased direct damage to burning enemies. And then extra non-physical damage, so fire, more intelligence. 8 resistance to all elements. Gotta keep those resistance high so you don't die. Got this legendary note here. Whenever I cast Meteor or Fireball, the critical strike chance of further cast of that skill by 5% for 5 seconds. You can get it up to 15, so just improving my ability to one-shot people with meteors. And then this guy right here is extra fire damage plus burn damage over time. Plus it'll do an extra 10% once I get 1 more point of intelligence. So basically just trying to drive that fire ability there. And my equipment currently, this is my helmet. Nothing special here, just gives me a barrier. Like to keep barriers up, give you extra protection, and some of your skills require you to have a barrier up to work. So this guy right here is additional healing for every enemy that's close. So basically when enemies are close, I'm getting healing from this, and I'm also getting the healing from the burning enemies nearby. So just this is basically my life force. I can have 1 extra Hydra active. So if you remember, the Conjuration Mastery gives you extra damage for each Conjuration you have. So this gives me 2 Hydras, so it doubles that bonus. So cool there. Again, this is a defense. Every 90 seconds I get a 3-second immunity bubble that pops up. This gives me 2 ranks of Meteor. On top of that, basically trying to buff my Meteor damage, since that's my damage. Lucky hit chance increase, so some of the skills that I had required lucky hit to do extra damage. Oh, I didn't show you that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Skill assignment. So, the Flame Wall enchantment. You get 2 enchantments as a sorcerer. Each time an enemy takes burning damage, there's a 5% chance it will spawn 2 firewalls. So every one of those firewalls active gives me a bonus on my firewall. 5% mana regeneration. This allows me to keep spamming those fireballs. That keeps my mana up and allows me to keep my guardians going. And also blankets the screen with damage, which allows for me to take care of large mobs. And then the Meteor, lucky hit, is 8% chance for an additional meteor to fall on enemies. So whenever I do a lucky hit, there's an additional chance of a meteor to come down. So that's why we need to have a barrier active. It increases my lucky hit chance by 20% while I have a barrier active. And then this guy gives me 25% damage to immobilize, stunned, or frozen. So again, my meteors immobilize people, and pyromancy has a % chance to immobilize, so this gives me extra damage against those. Meteor deals 35% increased critical against healthy, so when I hit things with the meteor, if they haven't hit by anything else yet, it does increase critical damage, allows you to get some one-shot damage off meteors. I get additional meteors around my meteors, plus my meteors cause extra fire damage from this bad boy. Imprinted, when I have a lucky hit, the burning damage has up to 17% chance to restore manage. Again, extra mana. Basically, Meteor is a high cost skill, so you have to have lots of mana to keep it going. And then finally, while enemies are affected by more damage over time than their total life, deal 51% increased burning damage to them. So basically, the fire damage is damage over time, but it takes a little bit to kill them. If you have extra damage to them enough to kill them, this basically just speeds up the process. So basically, if you're on a timed event where you need to kill a whole bunch of people quickly, that would be helpful. And diamonds give you extra that was a mistake. Alright. Anyway, normally in jewelry I would put skulls because they give you extra armor, but I messed that up just to give you a little bit of extra bonus. I have diamonds in my armor because it gives me longer barrier generation, so keep my lucky hit up. See, I have diamonds in pretty much every armor piece. I also have diamonds in this weapon for ultimate skill damage from my Inferno. Basically, that's my massive damage attack. It doesn't do that much, but again, it helps me for other reasons. I use it for utility purposes. And then I have a emerald over here, so critical strike damage against vulnerable enemies. Don't really need that because I don't really, you can see I'm not an expert at this. I don't really cause vulnerable on anybody, so I could put something else in that place. But anyway, I'm going to show you the build in action. We are going to go to Hope's Light. It is a fortress I haven't taken out yet. Basically right now I'm trying to unlock all the renown bonuses, get the extra Paragon points so I can boost my fire skills some more. I've already finished the campaign. Basically I'm just trying to get to the point where I can get to world level 4 and fight Uber Lilith and, well, see what season 1 brings. So got a horse here. I want to say this was a pre-order bonus, the red horse that I'm riding here. And I'll give you a show of how my build works in action. Like I said, it's pretty good for fighting mobs one-on-one. Ooh. First, we're going to take out this treasure goblin.
To do this. I need more time.
Treasure goblins are a pain in the butt for this build because they don't really get immobilized, so I can't make them stand still with the Inferno, but I can deal damage over time, which is and I just entered a Jar of Souls event while I'm chasing down this.
I need more time.
Treasure goblin. They are a pain in the butt. There we go. Garbage. So this is the last fortress. They're called fortresses. Let's see. Stronghold. Last stronghold for this area. I've already done the other ones. This is a lighthouse. I've never been here. Don't know what to expect to see.
There's a lighthouse out on the rocks.
So, gotta find a way into the lighthouse.
Unlit.
This is a cool little area. I love the transversals with the rope swings and stuff like that. See how there's a mobilizer there that we have to damage. I guess I gotta get over to the lighthouse before he helps me back. Fireball. Oh, I got a winch here. I'm catching some of these firewalls, but most of them followed by second kills.
I lack the
There's my next bubble. I think damage. It's like always in trouble with infection bubble.
I need more time. I need time to do it.
What the fortresses is.
I'm low on precious money.
The enemies are a little stronger than the level. It's a bit harder to solo. Fun part. Do it. Alright, so that winch gave me a new transversal. Get closer to that. Something shooting stuff at me. Let's go ahead. Like there's a shrine.
And out of mana.
Try this. Go ahead. Trying to make you move a little bit faster, drop extra gold. Gold comes in handy when you're trying to. Crucial object is missing. So I need to find the missing winch. Alright. Where is the missing winch? That belt, maybe?
I need more time. I need more time. Out of mana.
There it is. Haha. Alright. I could probably take some points out of like Firewall and maybe add it to Glass Cannon. That would make me a little bit more squishy. Apparently there's an item I'm kind of looking for that'll allow my teleport to give me a vacuum effect, I think. I took some damage there. Whenever you do one of those winches, they drop kind of like a super guy. It's one of those elites, but a little bit stronger than a regular elite. He had 2 or 3 different affixes, so I'll get close to. Go ahead and save that. Alright, so this appears to be the lighthouse. Alright, and we got a villain wall.
To do that. I lack the needed mana.
Guardian does.
I need time to prepare. I need more time.
Ooh, and a sacred ring. Look at that. And then we go up this here ladder. All the way to the top, light the sacred flame of the lighthouse. Oops, light. Boop. Alright. And that gave me a Paragon point. And but now, I think I needed 600 renown, so now I only need 500. We've got our Paragon board here. Alright, so now this is doing 20% extra fire damage plus 10% fire damage over time. So that's awesome. Let's have a look at that ring we picked up. Burning damage has up to 16% chance to restore mana, which I want to say is similar to another ring that I have already. Yes, a little less. Yeah, incendiary ring. This one's sacred. Crackling and lightning damage. Neither one of them really has any stats that help for my build. The incendiary ring that I'm currently wearing does extra damage to injured enemies and slowed enemies, which I don't call slow, but if I was working with a frost wizard, that would be helpful. Strike damage. This other one gives me crackling energy and lightning damage, distance enemy, and cold damage, so I'll probably end up just destroying that bad boy, not really using it too much. And there we are. Let's head back to town. Alright, so that is my Sorcerer Inferno Meteor Flame Wall build. I don't know. I know there's other Meteor Flame Wall builds out there, or just Meteor builds. I'm sure they have better versions than mine. But this is an easy one you can put together. Doesn't even require that much equipment to make it good. And most of these other items you can find pretty common drops, and you can just imprint them on your equipment. I'm currently looking for some sort of helmet to replace this one, and honestly, there's quite a few items on here that I could probably swap out for stronger things and make the build a little stronger. Again, I need to change out that emerald. But if you have any thoughts, or you know, you want to give it a go and team up and play. Let's see if I can find my gamer tag. It's up there in the corner, Scorpion Pound 1540. So if you want to team up or jump in and play hi, just say hi. Feel free. If you learned anything here, I know the game doesn't do a really good job of spelling some stuff out. Kind of learn by doing. So good luck to you, all you novices out there, and any of you experts out there. You want to add some comments to my build, tell me what I could do better. I don't mind a little heads up. Like I said, right now I'm kind of avoiding some of those build videos because I want to see what I can do on my own, but little feedback never hurt anybody, right? So this is Middle Management Gamer saying good luck out there in the realm of Sanctuary, and maybe I'll see ya. Night.